Would you like to be a more positive person? Are you sure? If you're positive that you want to be more positive, see what I did there? Huh? Huh? Then keep on watching because today we're going to cover some tips on how to be a more positive person no matter what. Be sure to stick around to the end because I saved the best for last. Come on, let's jump right in. Hi there, Joy here, and I've been told I'm a pretty positive person. So today I'm going to give you my best tips. Tip number one, make light of situations when you can. Story time. One time I was cooking for my family and it happened to be me. I think it was turkey. No, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, as I would go to season it, I go on to put on the pepper and I didn't realize that it was a little bit broken. So it has a couple of different holes from little to more to maximum. And I didn't realize that the flap wasn't closing. So as I go to season the turkey, now pepper is everywhere on the turkey, like loads and loads of pepper, unbelievable amount. So instead of getting frustrated, I left it off. Things could always be worse. I scooped out whatever I can. And it wasn't the end of the world because I always make a veggie option on the side. But it was just so crazy how that happened. So remain positive, make light of the situation, whatever you. Okay, and the next one is look at the bright side. Yeah. So going on with the turkey pepper example, you have to try to look on the bright side. Things may not always turn out bad. I like to think that things will work out for the good, or at least I like to hope so. So I proceeded making the turkey. I warned my husband about it, before eating it, and thankfully to God, he actually enjoyed it. He likes pepper, apparently. So it was just all kinds of crazy, but try to always look at the bright side and make sure that you see a silver lining in all the situations. You might think that your food is heavily over seasoned or under seasoned, but it just might be somebody's cup of tea. You just never know. And like I said, it's not the end of the world. It's just a piece of me. We're glad that we even have food to eat to begin with. But no matter what the situation is, just always try to look at the bright side and you'll be a more positive person. If you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to subscribe if you like this kind of content. You can also give a thumbs up down below if you're enjoying the video so far. The next one is be grateful. That's right. Always be grateful. Be grateful for everything that you have, even if it seems like a pain, even if it's annoying you. Do you know why? Because the thing you have right now that's paining and annoying you, somebody else is praying for it. If you have too much to clean in your home, well, right now, somebody is homeless. If your children are stressing you out, well, right now, somebody is struggling to conceive or has lost a child. You just never know. So let's always be grateful for what we have. If you can really picture something to be grateful about, then write a list of the things that you have. And sure enough, you will see what they are. When we count our blessings, they tend to multiply. Thank God that you even woke up this morning. There's so many things to be grateful for. So let's make sure that we're being grateful. Okay, so the next one is to see the good. There's always good in every situation. Know that for every bad situation, there can also be a good one. There's a story about a horse who ran away, and everybody was seeing it as so bad. But turns out that the horse came back with a stallion. There's a lot more twists and turns to the story. I'll link it down below. It's basically a story about how you never know if things are good or bad. But I see that a lot of positive things came out of that story. So you just never know. Sometimes things look bad, but actually have a positive twist to it. A lot of things like this has happened to me personally. You can check out the story for yourself. But I strongly believe that you can see the good in anything. You can always find the silver lining if you look hard enough. I know it doesn't always seem that way at first, believe me, especially if you're in the midst of things. But most of the time, you can see the silver lining. If you're getting value out of this video so far, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and let me know what situation that happened to you didn't seem so good at first, but then later on turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Let me know in the comments. Okay, and the next one is to have faith. Have faith that things will work out. If you believe that to be true, you'll be a lot more positive. And if you're a believer, have faith in God also. Know that He wants the best for us. We are His children. He doesn't want us to fall. So just cling on to God and have faith in Him, and you'll be a lot more positive. Otherwise, just have faith anyway. Have faith that things will work out, and most likely they will. And hey, even if they don't, maybe something else happens for a reason. You just never know. So, with that in mind, it will help us to become a way more positive person. And the next one is don't take yourself too seriously. You can be a lot more positive if you look for things to laugh at. And sometimes those things happen to be us. Sometimes some things happen to us that can seem quite embarrassing. But years and years later, we can laugh about it. Well, I'd rather laugh now, wouldn't you? So, if we don't take ourselves so seriously and we begin to laugh at ourselves, we can become a lot more positive today. Let's not take ourselves too seriously and let's be willing to laugh at ourselves a whole lot. Okay, and the next one is let's have a childlike wonder. It's so hard to find a child that is grouchy 24/7. Yes, they have their moments, but it goes and it comes, and they're cheerful. Again, they're pretty positive people. They look at life with such a sense of awe and wonder. We should do the same. That will help us to be a lot more positive. So let's take a note from our children and have that childlike wonder. Okay, and the final one is don't compare. You don't want to compare. Comparison is the thief of joy. So let's not be comparing ourselves to anybody else. Let's don't compare our situation to anybody else's. Even if it seems better, you just never know. If you want to compare yourself to yourself. But really, don't compare at all. It's not very good. It can definitely steal your joy. And if you're scrolling on social media and you see something that you don't like or that makes you want to compare yourself, just don't engage with that kind of content. We don't want anything to be able to get a hold of our joy. One day we might get to a point where it doesn't bother us at all, but until we get there, let's just try not to engage with that kind of content. Do not compare yourself ever to anyone or their situation. Never let comparison come into our life if we want to become a more positive person. Okay, so there you have it. Those are some of my best tips on how to remain positive no matter what. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing. I have a lot of content on homemaking, productivity, and positivity. Also, feel free to share this video with somebody else if you want to spread these positivity tips or even just save it to yourself if you want to have them for future reference. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, to God be the glory. Bye.